Hello, hello. It's hot. Hey, Raz. How are you? Let me take these glasses off because if not, it's going to be a glare like the whole time. Have you started back at work, Raz? I'm good. Tired, but good. I didn't sleep well last night. My back was hurting me. The new job is going well. It's been a wealth of information provided to us. We have so many resources available to us that it's a little bit overwhelming. But one of the other teachers, she's a brand new teacher completely. And I just told her, I said, you've got to pick what's going to work best for you and your students once you really get an idea of how your students are. Yes, there's a lot of different resources we could pick from for lesson ideas, activities, data collection, and all of that. But I told her, so once we get the hang of it, and then I think we'll be good. Started yesterday. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. Everybody's really nice. We seem to have a really nice support system in our administration, which is something that a lot of teachers don't always get. So I am embracing that for sure. For sure. But let me turn my volume off on my phone. Hold on a minute. All right. Yeah, but we had our retreat last week. So I was in San Marcos, Texas last week for 3 days, and it was nice. It wasn't like, most in-services are where it's just kind of boring. It wasn't like that. So they had us doing activities and getting up and moving around, and instead of just sitting and listening. The only thing I didn't like about the retreat was that hotel was so freezing cold. So the conference rooms in there were so cold that when I got back to my hotel room, all I wanted to do was warm up. So the first day I get in the hotel room, it's like 68 degrees. First thing I did was look for the thermostat, and it was at 68 degrees. I was like, no, that is not going to work for me. So I turned it up to 75. And then the next day, after freezing in the conference room all day, I had to turn it up to 78. And my back was like stiffening up on me and stuff. So my back has really been bothering me ever since. And it's freezing in our school. Well, at least on the bottom floor, they say. And I'm on the bottom floor. I was so happy this year. I'm like, my first year, I'm going to be on the first floor. And they say that the first floor is usually freezing cold. So I'm like, oh, I told them, y'all are going to see me walking around here in a parka, like for real, because it's just too cold. I've got to do something because I'm not going to survive it if I don't. I probably will have to wear like a sweater and a coat like every day. And I'll probably have to layer it since it's like 100 degrees outside. Probably wear a cami. That way, when I get off work and get in the car, I can just take everything but the cami off because it'll be blazing in the car. Yes, they said that we can have those. So I know I have one around the house here somewhere. I just got to find it. Um, and if I can't find it, I'm going to get another one because I cannot take it. Hey, Naive. Yeah. Yeah, in-services can be pretty yucky, but the one thing I'm really gonna have to get used to, hey Christy, is the time management and the lesson plan. I have 4 preps and we have to have a lesson plan for every day. Didn't really have to do lesson plans at the homeschool co-op. They just want us to have the homework listed in the system by Mondays every week. And then when I was at the Catholic school, we could do lesson plans based on daily, or if we were doing a small project for like 3 days, we would just write the lesson plan for those 3 days. If we had an extended project for weeks, we would just write the lesson plan for those weeks. But now we have to have something in there every single day. And yeah, for the most part, the way textbooks are put together now, you can kind of gather a lot of the stuff from the textbook that you need to put into your lesson plan. Unless it's like a day that I'm going to do my own thing and I'm not going to actually use the text. So, yeah. I already had a great resource for Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 that I've been using for years now. And then I found a resource today that will help me with 8th grade math. And a lot of fun like activities and interactive notebook activities and things on there. Hey, Michelle. So yeah, I'm going to, because they, for the first week, they're really not expecting us to really be teaching, because we're mainly going over like policies, procedures, rules, things like that, getting to know your kids. And so it's that second week that they really want those lesson plans ready to go. And I told them, I said, once I get the hang of it, my lesson plans will be done for weeks in advance because that's how I plan. But it's right now, I got to get used to doing it for every single day. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. So what I have done is I've started to try and at least plan out the first 4 weeks broadly, and then I have to work my way out and then work my way in. That's how I have to plan. Because if I don't plan like that, I will lose my mind. I can't just like, okay, let's see, what are we doing tomorrow? I can't do that. I have to look at the big picture for at least the unit or something. And what does this unit entail? And how many days do I have to teach this unit? And how can I break this up? That's the way I have to go about planning. Because otherwise, I will be so frustrated. I don't know how people just plan every day. I can't. I have to look at it for several days at a time. But yeah. So that's pretty much what's been going on. We have our convocation tomorrow, which my campus has. We're going to blow all the other campuses away with what we're going to do at the convocation tomorrow. So I'm excited about that too. And then Thursday, I have to get my classroom together. But for the first time, I'm not really concerned about my classroom because I'm more concerned about lesson plans right now. But I do want to get some things up on the wall so it doesn't look drab. But yeah, and I still haven't decided how I want to arrange like my seating. So I have to decide on that too. I guess I'll start by setting up my space where I want my space to be. And then I can figure it out from there. I have a really big room. So I actually want to have like one corner for like a calm down corner, if you want to call it that. Like a kid needs to take a little break and just calm themselves down over there. So got a chair, got to grab a little table or something like that. Hello there. Welcome back. But yeah. So Now, I see that Happy Planner, since we last got to chat, what grade levels? Girl, I have 8 through 12, literally. I am the high school math department by myself. So yeah, um, I'm going to teach 8th grade math, Algebra 1, geometry, and then the Algebra 2 class is like Algebra 2 first semester, Pre-Cal second semester. So it's kind of combined class. Yes. And then I keep telling myself it's not that bad because I did it at the homeschool co-op. And for the homeschool co-op, I had to try to fit in a whole week's worth of math in 90 minutes. So I'm hoping, based on that experience, that I should be okay going from 90 minutes to 45 minutes and having to plan for every day. They said normally we will have anywhere from usually about 12 to 16 kids. So there's not a lot. It's very rare they say you get more than that. So the retreat was great. I was telling Raz it was great. We had a good time. We have like a educational rock star theme for the year. And so we all got to, they had us in groups, and each group came up with a rock band name, and then each member came up with their own name. So we came up with our individual names first. And y'all know me, I had to have pastry in my name. So my name was Pastry Queen. And someone else in the group was Vanilla Muffin. So we decided that the whole band name would be the Pastry Punks. And so we each had to come up with a song by the end of the retreat. It was so much fun. We had a good time. And they had like the inflatable guitars and saxophones and microphones and all that good stuff. So we had a good time. Yep. It was just too cold in the conference rooms. That was my only complaint. And people in San Marcos were looking at me crazy because I'm walking around and outside with my jacket on. And I'm like, for me, I'm still freezing coming out of the room I was in. But y'all looking at me like it's 100 degrees. Why are you having a jacket? Sorry. Yeah, so we won't have a whole bunch of kids, which is good. I have been blessed with that since I left the traditional public school, because I didn't have a lot of kids at the private school. I think my largest class at the private school was probably about 14, 17 kids maybe at the private school. And then my largest class that I had at the homeschool co-op was 12, which dwindled down to like 5. So yeah. So I had to be Pastry Queen, y'all. Y'all know I had to. Yes, it's a charter school. It is a charter school. So yes, it's been good. I just gotta make sure I stay warm in there. Because like even today I could feel like my toe was trying to swell because I was so cold in there. And normally I teach in heels like all day long. That's normally what I do. I don't think I will be wearing my heels there for several reasons. One, they said the floors are very slippery. And 2, most of my heels are open-toed, so I would just be freezing. So looks like I gotta find some shoes. I can't wear tennis shoes every day. I don't really own a flat shoe, so I gotta find something. I don't really like flat shoes, but I gotta find the cutest flat shoe that I could find that has arch support so that I can wear it to work. I'm going to see about Clark's because I like the Clark's sandals. I have some of their sandals. They're expensive. I paid $40 a pair for those things, but they're very, very comfortable and there's good arch support. So I'm going to see if they have, because we can wear like a sandal, but it has to have like a strap going around your heel. Like it can't be open in the back. And I don't have sandals. I don't think I don't have sandal. I don't know. I don't have a sandal that's not open in the back. I have like a high heeled sandal that that's strapped in the back, but not anything other than that. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wear my heels around the house or to the grocery store because I don't really go anywhere else. And my heels are just sitting there. And I already have like several pair that I've never even worn. We kind of talked about that last time, but yeah. So yeah. Um, but since we were last here, and I know I forgot to put the link last week and I forgot to put the scripture. Let me tell y'all, I got off of here. I knew I had to run to the store because I was leaving out the next morning. And I forgot to do everything when I got back. And by the time I remembered, it was so late. I was just needing to go to bed because I knew I had to get up early the next morning. But I will get that stuff on this time in the description box. But I see that Happy Planner has a new Be Happy box. By show of hands, how many are getting the new Be Happy box? I better be getting the Be Happy box. I told my family that's what I wanted for my birthday, and they better make it happen. That's all I know. They better make it happen. So I have liked some things in some of the Be Happy boxes. I've liked some things, but I've never liked enough of the things to want the box. But for me, it's something about this box. It's just very classy and clean. And it's more on the adult side for me than that last one was just rainbow overkill for me. I liked some of the things, but it was too much rainbow overkill. And so I couldn't do it. And I didn't care for all the fonts in that last box either. Yes, the colors are really nice and neutral. It's nice to have a lot of black. Black is hard to find sometimes unless you're in your colorful boxes. So that's nice. And those florals are pretty, even though you only have one sheet of the colored ones. I'm hoping they bring those florals back in something. Knowing Happy Planner, they will. We know they regurgitate all their stuff. So we will probably see the florals again. But I actually liked every single thing in that box. Do I really need the guided journal? Probably not. But, if I don't use it, maybe I'll give it away or something like that. I have to see what the prompts look like, decide if it's something I want to use. But I like everything in the box. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I actually like it all. Yeah, the last box was a bit much. And I even like the mug. Like, I like the mug. I could see myself sipping hot tea and hot chocolate out of that mug. So I definitely want the box. So as soon as I saw it, we were on one of our breaks last week when I saw it. And so I was like, let me text my family. I text all of them. I'm like, I know what I want for my birthday. This is what I want. It goes on sale this day at this time. And so I told my older brother that he has to be the one to get up and make sure he's ready online to make that purchase because they're going to sell fast. I have a feeling this box is going to sell fast. Because everybody else will be at work except for my daddy. And my daddy don't know how to get online and do all that stuff. So my older brother is responsible to make this purchase. If he fails to succeed at this, my mother will be missing her firstborn. I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at it night even, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. Because they didn't really, I don't know. I haven't looked at all of the flip throughs, but I was mainly like fast forwarding to look at the stickers. So I don't know if anyone actually flipped through like the entire planner to give you an idea of that. After the fact, I really like the blue one back in the winter. Yes, that one was very pretty. There was a lot of pretty things I liked in that one, but I just didn't like everything enough to buy it. Because I don't even know how much these boxes cost. What do they normally cost? Can your older brother make 2 purchases? It goes on sale on the 27th at 6 a.m. Pacific time, which would be 8 a.m. for me here because they're 2 hours behind us. So I will be setting an alarm and he will be reminded to go do it. Because I'll be at work. Like I'll just be getting to work when that sale starts. So, and that's the first week of school. I can't be like MIA to go make a Happy Planner purchase. Not leave you so silly. But yeah, I don't even, because they were like, well, how much does it cost? I was like, I don't even know because I've never purchased one. And I think they usually run somewhere between 40 and 50. Not sure. Once you add in shipping, who knows? But yeah. I'll tell him he's got a lot of people loving him right now. I will. Oh goodness. Tell y'all he gonna come up missing if he misses that purchase. I ain't playing with him. I'm gonna be short a brother. He's not gonna make it to his birthday is what's gonna happen. It is around 50 and that's right. They usually have the coupon. Also, I got to make sure I tell them about the coupon code. So they'll probably like give that coupon code out probably like the Friday before or something like that. So let me make a note of that because I'm gonna have to give him the coupon code. Oh Lord, I hope he can do this without no problems. I have to kill him, y'all. Oh, I'll have to kill him. Like I literally need to go on their site, pretend to make a purchase, find out exactly where the coupon code box is, when the coupon code box is going to show. I'm really going to probably have to go through those steps just so this boy gets it right. Oh, Lord. Because he will not be able to call me at work and ask me questions. I will go on the site, take screenshots, and make sure that he has them. So I had a writing project in the course. Everything from age 7? What? And you're supposed to remember like everything that's gone on in your life since you were 7? Hey, this is what you do, Niley. You go get the lyrics from that song. You know what song I'm talking about? Once I was 7 years old. Yeah, and just put that in there. And there's your paper. I can't believe they want you to write from age 7 to present. Like, that's a little bit. I don't even remember. Like, I could remember some stuff, but I wouldn't like remember exactly when some things happened. You were able to remember stuff? Girl. I don't think, I mean, I have a lot of childhood memories, but it would have been hard. Sing the song from the 5 Heartbeats when I was a younger playing with my toys. Yes. The major stuff and some minor issues. Okay. You know how sometimes you kind of have like faint memories of things and you're not quite sure who, what, when, and where, but it's just faint memories. I don't know why, but when you said that you had to do that, it made me think about this crazy assignment we had in one of my religion classes one time where we had to uh, pretend that we were going through all these different stages of decomposition and write about it. And I was like, no, I literally refused to do the assignment because I thought it was just a little weird and I didn't see what it had to do with the religion class. No. I cried so hard during one of my 15-minute breaks. Oh no. Some hard memories to think about. Yeah, some of them can be trying. Well, we did something similar in one of the sessions we did in our retreat last week. They had us thinking about, you know, our culture and how our family and our culture have influenced, things in our lives. And we had to think back on stuff. And so I was thinking about, how my grandmother and my great grandmother and my mom and my aunts used to get together and make tamales sometimes. And I thought about all the like family gatherings and the typical foods that we would have there. And thought about how my grandfather would come and visit. And so it was a little emotional. But the session, was just basically talking about being culturally responsible when it comes to your classroom and your students and stuff like that. So he said, what we don't realize is that how our culture influences things. And the guy gave an example of how he was raised to respect women. And he said that a kid had did something. I forget what he said. Some boy had done something to one of the little girls in class, and he said, "Boy, don't you know?" Blah, blah, blah. He said before he knew it, he went off on this whole rant about how to be respectful to girls and women, and then he had to bring us back and was like, "Okay, wait a minute. This is how I was raised, so you have to understand where I'm coming from." But it was a pretty good thing. I was about to ask why they gave that assignment. Yeah. Oh goodness. So was like the whole class assigned it, or they just asked you to do it? Yeah, we had some pretty. I'll never forget the book we had in that one religion class. It wasn't even a thick book. It was a real thin book, but there was just so much crazy writing prompts in there, I guess. I like that IT activity for that reason. Yeah. They had asked me to write it out so I could move on and grow and let it go. Cool. You know what I saw too on a teacher Facebook group the other day? A teacher was talking about how she had a photo of like all these a bag, how we get the grocery bags, and the bag was hanging at the door. And there were all these wads of paper in there. And so she told the kids to write all their baggage that they come in class with. And so all the kids wrote their stuff anonymously down, and then they anonymously they grabbed someone else's paper and just was reading all the issues that they're all facing as they come to school every day. And she was saying it got really emotional. A lot of kids were crying. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know that other kids had to go through this, or I didn't know that my classmates were going through that." And so she said, "We're going to leave all of our baggage at the door." She even wrote her stuff in there, and then they put all the wads of the paper in that bag and hung it by the door. I thought that was a very great idea to do, but I'm kind of scared to do it myself because I don't know if I'm ready to hear everybody's baggage. You know what I mean? And I try to get my godson, and over the summer, I was telling the kids, when y'all go back to school, remember, it's one teacher and all of you in the class. Give the teacher a break, because the teacher has to leave her baggage at the door, and y'all bring y'all stuff into the class, and the teacher has to deal with all of y'all stuff. And so for the teacher to even have the kids think about that they're not the only ones that are dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with something. We have to deal with the root of the problem because we just keep dealing with the branches. That's right. That is so right. I'm only at 9th grade at this moment. I'll see how I write about myself. Oh no, I wish they did that back in the day. Well, God is good, Nali, because you are still here with us. Amen and hallelujah. But writing can be, let me say that, writing can be very therapeutic. It may not be the thing for everyone. Some people need to actually sit and talk to somebody. Some people need to write it out. But it can be very, 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 very therapeutic. But I'm just imagining doing this activity with my students, but then I'm scared at the same time because I'm like, for one, I don't want anybody to get offended. I don't want a child to feel that they can't trust me or the class enough to share. And I would never force a kid to do that activity if I decided to do it. But yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to think about before I decide on a yes or no on that. My colleagues have done that activity. The bag at the door. It's a powerful. Yeah, I'm really considering it, but then I'm just like, I don't know. And I know over the years, because of the type of relationship that I built with my students tell me a lot of things. Some things I'm just like, that's a little bit TMI. TMI, especially when you're working with high schoolers. Like, they will tell you stuff and you just like, oh Lord, I was not trying to hear that. Yeah, and this teacher said that they shared it, like everyone would put their what they wrote in the bag, and then everybody pulled out something and read somebody else's. They didn't read their own. They read somebody else's, so that everyone understood, well, wow. So no one knew whose issue belonged to who. So it was all kind of done in a way that still allowed some privacy and anonymity for the student. But yeah, but they did share by reading someone else's paper. We do some light getting to know you and make it meaningful. Yeah, definitely. We do the Capturing Kids' Heart at my campus, and that school has been doing that since I worked for them years ago. Like, I remember going to that training back in, what was it, 04, 05, 04. So they've been doing Capturing Kids' Hearts for years. And so I think once I've at least gotten through that process, and but yeah, that's not something I don't think I would want to dive into like immediately, because that's heavy, that's heavy, and that could be some tricky territory there. Yeah. And even with established trust, I would still be afraid for kids to know exactly who's going through what. Yeah. So it may be something I do, maybe after a month or so. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Definitely, because you have to know which ones are going to be willing to share, which ones might take offense, and things like that. I remember one year I had a very emotional student. She was just very emotional. Like she got up to present her project and she cried, but I knew what to expect, with her because I had built that relationship. My experience is that they share openly when they're ready. That's right. And that's why I would never like force it. And we were talking about different ways to get to know the kids and stuff like that. And they used to always ask us, "What did you do for the summer?" They highly suggest against asking that now because they say you never know. Some kids probably were at home hungry all summer because school was not in session and maybe they didn't get a chance to eat or they didn't do anything for the summer. So I'm definitely not going to be asking the what did you do over the summer questions anymore. What I pretty much am going to do is ask them what they're expecting out of class, what they like to see in class, what the ideal math class would be for them, things like that. And that one session that we were in, that guy gave us a great list of questions from this one lady. He showed us a video of this one teacher. She's an awesome teacher. And so some great questions that she asked her kids at the start of the year. So I will be asking things like that for sure. Those are great questions to help them guide their learning process. Yes, I was hearing that from principals when we opened last week. Yeah. So, and I had never thought about that before, but you would think I would have thought like there was lots of summers where we didn't do anything much ourselves, but sit around the house and catch up on the soap opera so we could tell my mama about them when she got home from work. You know what I mean? But sometimes, some summers we worked. We did like youth work programs. Some summers we were at the Boys and Girls Club. Sometimes we're at one of the other recreation centers. But kids don't always do something or have a pleasant summer. And it can be intimidating when some kid is talking about, oh, my family, we all took a trip to Europe and, and then this kid's been sitting at home trying to find something to eat every day, so. Oh, cool. You've got a heavy job. Wow. I commend you. I completely commend you on that. I can only imagine how tough your days can be. Yes. But I want to do there was a simple little activity that I did with the kids over the summer, and because I had the oldest age group, I had the 11 and 12-year-olds. I didn't think they were going to want to do the activity, but they actually liked it and asked me to do it with them again. So it's really simple. It's like you have them stand in the middle of your space, and then you might say something like pizza or tacos for their preference. If pizza is your preference, stand over here. Tacos are your preference, stand over there. And it's just a simple way to get to know kids and some of the things that they like. But they really enjoyed it, which shocked me. And they asked me to do it again. So I had to come up with more options the second time around that we did it. We opened the year with, oh no, no way. Oh my goodness. Goodness. That's so sad. We had a kid here in San Antonio. I don't know. I can't remember what school the kid was in, but this was like a few weeks ago. The kid just all of a sudden died late. I think it was at a mall, but he had just came from band practice, but they said he had some kind of, condition or something. But I was like, that is so sad, right before school starts. And now they've lost one of their band members and they've got to start school like that. That's sad. It's really sad. And I'm seeing an influx of like missing children right now. I don't know. These could be kids that have been missing for a while. I don't know. But I'm seeing an influx of that on like Facebook and stuff. And it could just be from people just sharing, trying to see if anyone has found the child or seen the child. But man, it gets heavy. So we had to do our active shooter training. We did the active shooter training last week. And then yesterday, actually, we did some drills. So we did 5 drills, y'all. Why did I get shot in the last one? The last drill got shot in the back. And I was like, it's funny, but it's not funny. Because if this was a real situation, I'd probably be gone. But getting shot in the back is not a good thing. So what we did in that last drill, they told us to try to, first they had us switching classes because they said, you never know, something could happen during a rotation, and then so then they had us go from room to room, and then they said they would give us a signal and they want us to try and get out. So I'm running from this classroom because I waited. I saw the shooter go by. So I'm thinking I'm good. I'm safe. And so I run out, but they didn't tell us there were going to be 2 shooters. And boom. I even ran out with a chair. They kept laughing at me because like almost the last, 2 or 3 scenarios, I ran out with a chair, like trying to block me. So they were laughing. Look at her when she keeps grabbing that chair. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to protect myself. But yeah, got shot still because didn't know that there was a second shooter. You guys do know thing. Yes, they say we are going to practice with the kids as well once the kids are there. So yeah, it makes you think. And just them telling us about, because I don't watch the news heavy. So they were going over like a lot of different incidents that have happened, and a lot of them I didn't even know about, to tell you the truth. And some I had heard of before, and then we went into more detail about some of them, and then sometimes I was just like, this ain't making sense how this happened, but it was just crazy just to think about it all. It is sad. It is sad. And this is one thing that I saw on Facebook a couple of years ago. A parent was stating that her daughter was talking about how they were practicing the drills, and her mom was like, well, that's good. It's for y'all safety. And the daughter said, but if the shooter is one of the students, they've gone through the same training that we have. And I was like, wow, that's deep. That's deep. Hopefully they weren't paying attention. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. That could be the case. It could be somebody that knows exactly what you've been trained to do. So, yeah. Makes me happy that I'm on the first floor for the first time ever. But then again, it makes me afraid that I'm on the first floor. So, I don't know. Hello, welcome. Oh, we're kind of just doing some general chit chat right now. Right now, we're talking about students and safety at school, and how we, unfortunately, we have to have active shooter trainings and drills and things like that. We've just come to that time in this world that we have to, unfortunately, do those things. So, you think about how elementary kids having to go through these kind of trainings and so I have like this big heavy duty stapler that staples through several pages. It doesn't really work and I don't really use it, but I've always kept it in the classroom because it's big and it's heavy. And if I have to use it, it's there, you know? That's right. Fire and tornado. That was it. And then, we were talking about too how we were trained to just go hide under the desk or go hide together, and how now that's not a good idea because everybody's in one spot or everybody's a sitting duck and things like that. So, yeah, times have changed. You got to do things differently because of the changing times. So, yep, it's like I said, it's really kind of sad when you sit and think about it all. That's for sure. So I noticed that there have been a lot of views of my last two Tuesday talks, a little bit more than normal. So I don't know how many of you were able to go back and watch from a couple of weeks ago, the links that I had in there a couple of weeks ago. But I was hoping Kate was on so she could tell me how to go about doing the Google Hangout. So what I want to do is still give people another week to watch the videos that were linked not last week, but the week prior. So that would have been episode 31. And then after our Tuesday talk next week, I'm hoping we can get on Google Hangout and have a discussion on there so that we don't have any problems with the YouTube channel discussing those topics from the video. And Raz, I will try to DM you the scripture because I know I forgot to put it up last time, but I was trying to get to the store. I hadn't packed. So I was trying to do all of that last week once I got off of my off the live. I just threw a whole bunch of t-shirts and stuff in the duffel bag. So I tried to pack light and that still wasn't necessarily the case. I just ended up not taking my big suitcase, but I still had several bags. Might as well have taken the suitcase. But yeah, so we were also talking Be You Beautiful. We were also talking about the Be Happy box, the new Be Happy box, and we were asking who was going to get it. And then I knew there was something else I wanted to mention about that box. So I know that the new Be Happy box is a collaboration with Teresa Collins. And I know there was that whole issue with Teresa Collins and Goldmine and Coco. And I'm sure a lot of people probably will not purchase the box for that reason. I know what transpired between those two seemed very shady and not that cool, but I'm sorry, I like that box. So I'm going to buy the box. Yeah, that's like not asking me to eat pastries because a horrible person made a pastry. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta eat my pastries, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know all the details exactly because I was like a little dazed and confused when it all went down a few months ago. I don't know how many months it was. I'm going to say it's been about 3-4 months, something like that. But I'm sure you would probably have to scroll way back through Instagram or whatever to find information on it because it was a while back. Um, but I do like I said, the clean lines, the colors, the classiness of that box, and I gotta buy it. So, um, yeah, grown woman plans. I think you came on after we talked about it too. So, do you or Be You Beautiful have any plans on getting the new Be Happy box? No, no plans. I've never purchased one before. Well, actually, I don't plan on purchasing it. I told my family I want it for my birthday, so they're supposed to be getting together to make that happen. So we'll see. I'm trying not to buy up everything. I have boxes that I still have to use. I feel you. I've really been, I have to pat myself on the back because I've really been trying to use my stuff. So I've been either trying to pull inspiration, like, oh, you haven't used that sticker book, or oh, look at that washi that's just been sitting there. And I'm trying to build, my spreads around that sticker book or that washi tape, what have you, because I'm trying to use my stuff. I don't want all the things in it. I don't want the journal stuff. See, I'm not sure about the journal, but I definitely want everything else. And then I thought about it too. Even if I don't use that journal, for myself, I could possibly use it as writing prompts for my students, because we're trying to do cross curricular stuff and incorporate reading comprehension and checking for inferencing, um, in all of the courses. So if nothing else, I might can use it for writing prompts for the kids. I finally finished my color story book one, and I'm so happy. I don't think I've ever completed a sticker book. Ever. I don't think I have. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't even think I've come close. Well, I take that back. That Boss Babe accessory pack. Y'all probably you may have seen my happy mail from Johanna. She sent me another one of those. I almost used everything out of that one. And I had been planning on getting another one. Yeah. I use every single sticker. I can't imagine, I can't imagine. I need to challenge myself to use the rest of that first Boss Babe accessory pack that I have, and before I dig into the new one anymore. 30 more to go. Like I was telling y'all how I've been using like one of my old Mary Kay roller cases to store my sticker books. And so the bottom part of it has a lot of space. Why am I running out of space down there for my sticker books? I'm like, oh my Lord, what? I need to try and reorganize everything in there. That means I've got too many sticker books. Excuse me, too many sticker books. So this is the other interesting thing that I noticed when they introduced the new Be Happy box last week. Did you notice that the old squad got the new Be Happy box? The old squad also got, what was the last thing that they released? Yeah, all that womankind and all that stuff. Didn't they get all that stuff too? And so I was sitting and I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. Why is the old squad still getting the new stuff? Now, it may have been that they got this stuff a long time ago and they just haven't been able to show it to everybody. But I think the likelihood of that is actually slim. So my question is, if they are getting this stuff if they've gotten this stuff recently, since the new squad has been formed, how does that make the new squad members feel that the old squad members are still getting the stuff, and how does that make all the 980 people that applied and didn't get it, how does that make them feel? And so a couple of thoughts came to me. I was like, well, I don't know all the people on the new squad, but from my understanding, most of them only have Instagram. Now, a lot of those people from the old squad had Instagram and YouTube. And so I'm thinking, are they still sending this stuff to the old people so they can get the exposure? Because think about it, Heather Kell, Planet with Bumble, Erica Cannot, they're going to get that exposure on their YouTube channels for this stuff. I got to get in the habit of letting go when it brings something on those things. Yeah, I'm really wondering. And then sometimes I think maybe they keep doing it because I could feel it through the videos that it was a heavy thing weighing on Heather that she wasn't chosen again, that they weren't going to bring any of them back. And so I'm thinking, do they keep sending them the stuff so Heather will be happy? And so they don't just, I don't know. These are just thoughts that run through my head. But I'm like, do the new squad members feel like, oh, maybe they're not doing enough and that's why they are still giving it to the old squad member? Like, y'all, that's just how my brain works, okay? So that's the thoughts that have been coming across my mind because I'm like, why do they keep sending it to those people? I could care less really if they send it to them, but I just wonder how it's affecting the new squad people and the other people that applied and didn't make the squad. I don't know. But I'm thinking it's for the exposure. I mean, come on now. Who else? I can only think of really two people on the new squad that have YouTubes. And that's what's her name? Rebecca from Eat, Pray, Plan, I think is what her. And then Planning Day Eve. I really can't think of anyone else on that new squad that has a YouTube. So I'm thinking they need that YouTube exposure because so much more can be done with an unboxing on YouTube as opposed to Instagram. Wondered if they're waiting for the training they did in Cali last year that happened in Lena. Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna let go of the one group, you need to let go of the one group. It's only fair and respectful to the new people. Like I would just be sitting there like, oh, I'm not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, well, we're not doing enough for y'all. Y'all got to keep going to them. Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's a little, I don't know, weird. I think it's just a little weird. Anybody want to volunteer to wash my hair tonight? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? I have to do that. It won't be tonight, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on because they've gotten at least 3 to 4 shipments since the new squad was introduced. I would not be on the squad because you're not taking my, thank you, Michelle. That's exactly what they've done. That is I love you, Happy Planner. I brought some of your stuff. I love some of your products, but Michelle is correct. And it's not like these people are getting paid and their ideas are being used. I really wonder what their contract says because they have to sign a contract. I remember Keita talking about that. And I really wonder what that contract says. I really wonder. But one thing I noticed, some of them were having to scramble and find sticker books like the rest of us. That must have been a change. Yeah, because they completely took her idea on those journaling stickers. That like they so blatantly took that from her. And it would make me cringe when I would see her use them in her spreads. Like, how could you use the whole idea that they took from you? I would literally cringe every time she put one in a spread. Like, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And for that reason, that's why I have never purchased those journaling stickers. I refuse to purchase them for that reason. And I really didn't even care for them at all at first anyway. I kind of like Kita's better because hers was kind of like a trifold. But they've made them look a little better. Um, but yeah, that's the only reason I don't buy them. I won't buy them for that reason. I wouldn't have felt flattered. I wouldn't have. I mean, think about how much money Happy Planner makes. These people are selling stickers better than the dope man on the dope corner. You know what I mean? It's like they are selling stickers like crazy, and to steal somebody's idea. And then like now they have the layered stickers because they saw so many planners layering their stickers. So they were like, oh, let's add those in. Um, Even in this new Be Happy box, oh, we got a Happy Nietzsche size envelope. And who was it? Somebody was saying that it was either Kate or Sherry. They were saying that they probably would start coming out with a whole bunch of Happy Nietzsche accessories. Here we have our Happy Nietzsche envelope. I'm gonna use it because it's cute. I laughed when I saw them pull that out of the box because I was like, I knew something like that was soon coming. So don't be shocked if in the near future, especially when the big October release comes, don't be shocked if there is a Happy. Don't be shocked, y'all. Don't be shocked. Oh, yes, and Michelle's arrows. Yep, you're sure right. Stole that too. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah. And I've never known of like PR people being required to do projects, and they're literally required to do projects. Um, and a lot of those projects become Happy Planner products. So, yeah. I just pick and choose what I like from them and I buy what I like. Do I agree with how they do everything? No, I do not. But I just buy what I like. And I didn't like the fact that they stole those things, so I didn't buy those things. Set up like that. Exactly. And then what trips me out, because it was like a couple of releases back where everything was pretty much rehashed. And they were trying to sell it. Like, I'm like, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. Okay. Now, what was it? Because what they were doing were making stickers based on a lot of dividers and stuff that we've seen in the different planners. That's the release I'm talking about. And I was like, we've seen all of this before. You've just made it all into stickers now. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I bought the Wonder Seeker one because I love my Wonder Seeker planner and I like having some stickers to go along with it. But we've still seen all of it before. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything new Happy Planner this year except my Happy Notes for the covers. Yeah, that was a cool thing that Oh Lord. Tina Bopper had said she buys the Happy Notes for the covers and the dividers. She said it's just cheaper than going and buying the planner, and you can create your own planner pretty much. What journaling idea did Kita do? Is it those open boxes? You know, the ones where I'm just going to use this receipt. Let me see. That's a little too long. Trying to find something I can use as an example. Okay. So suppose this was the sticker, right? This is the sticker, but then let's see if you can see that. It's kind of bright, right? But then I can open it up and I can write in it. All of those stickers are made like that. They stole that from Kita. But Kita had a trifold one that she was selling in her shop. But yeah. And now they've just progressed from doing the regular box one to now they've got the really long ones. And I think they have some other shapes. No, I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah. But that's the one. Yeah, that was like a long time ago that she did those, and because she would always sometimes like incorporate her own stickers and stuff that she made into her spreads. But yeah, that one. So I don't know. They might want to really read that whatever they're signing, because they may be signing over the right for Happy Planner to use their stuff and they don't even know it. I don't know. I mean, it should be enough that these people have this huge YouTube presence, huge Instagram presence, and several people are seeing these products. You're selling the stuff. You don't need to steal the ideas too. Like, you're selling the stuff. I don't know. I just think it's a little ridiculous. But yeah. Yep. Well, guys, I've been on for a little over an hour. Got a video to edit, some lesson planning to do, and I need to go to the store. So I will, and it may not be right away, like, because I really need to hurry up and get to the store and get back. But I will try my best to remember to put the scripture, because I was supposed to give y'all another link last week too. But go back and watch episode 31 if you haven't. If you weren't with us that week, watch episode 31. And I'm going to try and email Kate and ask her about the Google Hangouts. And that way next week, maybe we'll do like 30 minutes, maybe the full hour. And then from there, go do the Google Hangouts, maybe 30 minutes. Because I know some of y'all are on the East Coast and it gets late. And then we can maybe do like half the time on Tuesday Talks on YouTube, and then that other half on Google Hangouts discussing the links. But all right, I thank you ladies for joining me. Y'all know I love having y'all. I could sit and talk to y'all all night long. So if you're going to get that Be Happy box, make sure you look out for the coupon code. It's coming. I'm sure it's coming. And y'all pray that my brother don't miss this sale, because he's going to be missing himself. And I will see you ladies the next time. Thanks again for all of you joining, and y'all have a lovely night and enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.